It's just another day of work at Ray Tebow's shop, Northern Knives.
We do this a lot. Sharpening knives, we do a lot of sharpening.
Except something is missing. His customers.
We had one this morning that drove by and was looking for the shop. And he'd been here before even and was totally misled and called from somewhere down in downtown asking if we'd moved.
Northern Knives has a new look.
What would be the term? A strip club.
And a new sign.
I think it's like Augie's nude house or new, I forget now.
At least for the rest of the day.
Yeah, cool. I like it.
Movie magic.
Fifth Avenue between Fairbanks and Eagle is being transformed into a strip club central for Friday night shoot for the Frozen Ground.
Live girls, nude girls, the whole full body massage thing. I was like, no way, I don't remember that next to Pete's Tobacco.
Local construction workers, painters, and prop makers do their best to recreate storefronts from the 1980s.
Rustic, beat up, worn out. All these brand new signs are made to look old. Yeah, I mean, those were made last week, and look at them. Looks like cars have driven all over them.
All kinds of secret techniques. You know, basically throw dirt at it.
Crews spent an entire day putting up signs and repainting logos.
It's a lot more fun than your average job. You get to do things you don't normally get asked to do.
But the Wild Cherry and Happy's Massage won't stick around for long. Crews will take down all of their hard work on Saturday.
I'm sure glad that it isn't actually like this today.
In downtown Anchorage, Heather Hinsey, CBS 11 News.
Wake up to a toy. It's better than waking up to a pair of socks.
We are getting the Marines set up so that they can give lots of toys to kids.
Kind of beefing up our toy supply there at the Reserve Center with the Toys for Tots.
Something that in the Marine Corps we do nationwide every year.
Helping the kids so they can have a Christmas.
All right, so get a couple of these.
What about this? I think of like stuff that I like. Ooh, that one's good. And then I think that they might like it too.
Probably get a couple of those. That'd be pretty cool.
Okay.
We're able to come out here and spend a lot of money for them.
Probably have close to like 50 carts or so. So I don't know, it's a lot.
And this is just all volunteer work. Just seeing the looks on the kids' faces when we go to the collection point is worth it. It's probably not going to be enough. It's a lot, but we have a long way to go.
Oh, Dad, let's get some car Legos. Oh, there's a blue one.
I think it needs batteries.
There are kids that need presents at Christmas, and a lot of times their parents can't afford to give them what they would like.
I grew up real poor. I grew up in New Orleans. We didn't have a lot, but you know, my dad always somehow managed. And if I can help a family manage, it's all the worthwhile, you know. One toy could brighten a child's day for life. It's awesome.
When it gets cold and it feels like the end, there's no place to go, you know I won't give in.
The purpose of tonight is that, you know, a lot of times our kids become invisible on the streets as a means of survival. And this is the one night a year where we gather as a community, where 800 people come together. Our kids attend this event so we can communicate to them, we know what you're going through, we're here for you, and we're invested in your future.
Here for you, here for you.
Tonight we are here to pray for those that have found themselves alone, scared, and lost.
My name's Bryson, and I got involved in Covenant House by being homeless.
The thing that stands out about Bryson is that his heart is just so full of gratitude.
They actually pushed me to do great, and then I just started to do it on my own. And then they gave me the support and then the resources that I needed.
You might feel like you can't make it on your own, but I'm here to tell you, you don't have to. There are so many people who are willing to try to help you and stand with you as long as you are willing to try. Do not give up.
I love birds with a passion, and I love competition. There's a magpie flying over. My name's Serena Brownlee, and I'm with the Anchorage Audubon Society, and I'm the compiler for the Anchorage Christmas bird count. Chickadee.
It's a national bird census, a day where everybody goes out all over the country and counts every bird they can possibly see.
I'm going to estimate this is about 150 to 200. There are 150 people participating in Anchorage today.
I thought I had some movement over here on this big cottonwood that's out here.
A lot of the birds are actually seen at feeders.
I'm Loretta Curtis, and I'm one of the Audubon feeder watchers. So I'm here in my home watching the feeders on my deck rail. Those are pine grosbeaks, both males and females, and there's an immature male out there too. They have a very sweet chirp, kind of a warble.
This has turned out to be this treasure trove of, citizen science.
It's a way to get outside and enjoy nature. Brings you closer to wildlife.
There are things that are happening in your own backyard that you don't have to go halfway around the world to see. You just never know what you're going to find.
Mashed potatoes, stuffing, yams, green beans, turkey.
This year, the Salvation Army were serving pre-prepared meals to shut-ins and folks who can't get out to the more traditional Thanksgiving dinners. Today we'll deliver right around 350 meals, and we have about 60 volunteers that have come in and are helping to deliver those meals.
Okay. Mountain View Drive is the first one. That's just by Homeward Bound, Matt, so go ahead and go. It's extremely well organized. We pick up all the food, and then we have maps of the route, and they're in linear order.
My mom worked for Salvation Army a while ago, and she proposed it to the family sort of as a Thanksgiving Day tradition. So we've been doing it as a family for the last 10 years or so.
14 right here, guys. Okay.
Right.
Hello. Hey, we're bringing the meals. Can you carry it off? Yeah. Okay, we can shut the door. Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving.
Have a nice holiday.
We just love going to people's homes who don't get out on the holidays or may not have family on the holidays. So we love to bring a little holiday cheer. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, bless you. It's just kind of brightens my day up to see people come to my door and smile at me.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Here we
Thank
go.
you. I'm basing up here by myself, okay? So I really appreciate somebody coming to see about me on Thanksgiving. It makes me feel good.
Hi. How are you?
It makes me feel good to know that there are people in Alaska that do care.
Got everything. You too. Stay warm.
And that makes sure that on Thanksgiving Day that you get a beautiful meal.
It's really our way to share our gratitude. We all have so much, and we're so grateful that it's really fun to express that by delivering the meals.
It's a great way to give back, and these people are less fortunate, so it's nice to be able to help them out, and it's really easy for us to do, but it makes a big difference to them.
Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You too.
It's music to soothe a troubled soul.
It just gets me out of my head, gets me out of my own head, especially when I get to dwelling on stuff and spinning my wheels.
Dusty Faulkner is a 33-year-old former Army sergeant who dropped out of college to join the service the day after 9/11.
I'd still do it again, even knowing the outcome.
Faulkner served honorably in Iraq and Afghanistan, but towards the end he realized something was wrong that wasn't in keeping with the military code.
Physically broke is one thing. I mean, if I'm laying there with a broken leg, I understand that I'm broke. I need to get fixed so I can continue the mission. But for me to face the fact that I was mentally ill, it was almost impossible.
Faulkner had all the symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, but it wasn't just the war. While he was serving overseas, his 4-year-old nephew was murdered by a babysitter. A year after that, his sister died, and a few years later, his mother was gone as well. Faulkner used the bottle to take away his pain, and his life became a blur.
I don't remember waking up. I remember walking. Dragging all my stuff.
Of the few things he does remember, waking up from near death in a hospital, a stint in API, and finally landing right here
Wondering if I should change my life.
at the VA's domiciliary program for homeless vets. Faulkner says he sat on a bench for hours trying to summon the guts to go inside.
That was the first heroic, courageous thing I've done, or I had did rather, in a long time, was get up off that bench and walk inside there and say, okay, I need help.
Faulkner spent a full year in the residential treatment program.
Right here is where I spent a year of my life.
A year he says changed his life.
Standing back in here is like almost like making me cry.
He learned the skills to stay sober. It wasn't easy, and he didn't always succeed. But today you might not recognize him. With more than a year of sobriety under his belt, Faulkner has an apprenticeship with the VA Healthcare Center.
I thought my addiction and everything else had taken my work ethic. And once you get a couple of paychecks, you know, for honest work, you know, it helps out with the whole, you know, self-worth thing.
A VA-sponsored apartment is also helping him slowly get back on his feet.
Or Alcoholics Anonymous Bible.
Like the AA Bible he lives by, Faulkner says he's taking it one day at a time. Grateful for the support he's received, Faulkner hopes that by sharing his story, he can somehow help others as he finds his own life is slowly changing its tune. Lauren Maxwell, CBS 11 News.